We've got to get to the wharf to give this spear to me mother. Let's do it. Let's be quick about this.
I'm already pressed for time as it is. Mother's waiting for me on the wharf.
And I've got nothing to select. That's a shame. Right, so I think the fastest way through the wharf is just to go through these doors and go through. Let's find out.
De Richet, sticking your nose everywhere again.
Wow, what's the matter with him? Excuse me, monsieur. I don't follow you.
I haven't come all this way just to fail so close to the goal.
Why? What are you talking about?
I am talking about what you are doing. This conference is going to boost my career. There is no question of me letting you ruin everything. I just surprised Biaggi and Volner talking. You are about to rob Mortimer. Give me what you took from him immediately.
Let's keep calm, please. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll have to cut this short, quick.
Ah, fuck this. Right in the chin. I haven't got time for your insolence. Oh my god, I just slapped the shit out of him. That is awesome. Silly boy. We'll cut through the library. I think that'll be just as fast. I wouldn't imagine there'd be anyone in the library. I just slapped him. Can you believe it? What's that? Golden elixir. Good call. Anyone else is hiding around in the corner is going to jump out on us there.
Ah, Louis. Perfect timing.
As luck would have it.
Come, my boy. I would like to have a word with you.
This is not good. Oh, they've actually got all of the exits blocked off.
Come closer, please. It's time we had a little chat.
What's wrong, my lord? Tell me. What's with all the bodyguards?
Louis, it's time you found out the truth. I've been observing you since you arrived. I see you running all over the grounds in the search of Sarah. I would like to prevent her from leading you even further down the wrong road.
The wrong road?
Louis, Sarah has made her own choices of her own free will, and I would like for you to have the same chance. You see, Sarah and I have known each other for a very long time, Louis. I am aware of her theory. About me, about Gregory, about the demons.
So you're gonna tell me she's wrong, and that she's a liar?
She's right.
She's
Look at
right.
me. I have inhabited this body since 1191. For the last 602 years, I have been this dear William Mortimer.
You've been Mortimer for 600 years? How long have the demons been among mankind?
Oh, I don't think I'd be lying if I said that we have always been here.
If I follow you, You must have witnessed some of the greatest moments in history.
You could certainly say that, yes.
This is strange. He's like so calm and not even bothered. The Greeks.
Did you know ancient Greece?
In many ways, yes. One day Pericles, the next Parmenides. Just the memory of the time I spent working on acoustics with Pythagoras, well, it moves me quite deeply, to tell the truth.
Pericles. He's the one who brought Athens to its golden age, isn't he?
In a way, yes.
He established democracy and then died during an epidemic. It wasn't so long after his 2 sons passed away. Isn't that right?
Excuse me, Louis, I would rather not relive any more of that, if you don't mind.
The death of Christ.
You seem to be fascinated by Christ. You aren't him, are you?
Oh, no, not at all. He was my father, though. Strange as it seems.
I beg your pardon? Am I dreaming? Ugh, please tell me I'm dreaming.
We should have the chance to talk about all that again later, but yes, he was my father. All the mythology surrounding Jesus of Nazareth really stems from my father's prideful need to show himself among men.
That's pretty awesome. So Jesus is his dad.
Did you know ancient Egypt?
Oh, yes. We were gods on earth in those days.
What did men call you then?
Amenhotep IV.
The 10th pharaoh of the 18th dynasty?
Ooh, I see you're a connoisseur, Louis. Impressive.
Right, we get the point. But I do want to. I'm interested in hearing what he says about them.
Did you experience ancient Rome?
Oh, yes. Luxury and decadence, Louis. My family did indeed reign supreme, but from this period I retain only the works of my friend, Marcus Vitruvius Pollio.
I've noticed that you have a passion for the Crusades.
Among other things, yes. Mainly the third. It was during the siege of St. Joan of Arc that I took possession of Lord Mortimer.
And you've never changed skins or bodies since?
I have used other envelopes, but only to carry out very short tasks. Apart from that, indeed, I have been able to retain the identity of William Alexander Mortimer throughout the centuries.
And you truly have the power to manipulate the thoughts of men.
That's right. Every demon has the capacity to infiltrate the minds of men and to read and steer their thoughts.
That is really strange because how do we know that we've been told any sort of truth by anybody?
And what do you do with this power?
We help them, of course.
Really?
And how is it you help men exactly?
Let's just say that without us, man would probably never have left his cave. Fire, the wheel, tools, writing. We are the spark that inspires man to search, to grow, to evolve.
How does that benefit demons? Like, what's the end goal?
Can you tell me more about your capacities, your supernatural powers?
Supernatural? From my point of view, they are perfectly natural. Well, Louis, just because the monkey does not fly doesn't mean that we should consider the bird a supernatural creature. We are all part of a grand design. We are simply made like this. By developing our art, we are able to read thoughts as well as write in the minds of men. It is possible for us to make them bow to our desire, but it doesn't work without leaving some scars.
Maybe that's what happened to Elizabeth. She had plenty of fucking scars. They cut off her whole chest and replaced it with something else. I'm not gonna be quick to judge.
Lucifer, the fallen archangel, left heaven accompanied by 133,306,668 angels. Is it true that there are that many of you?
No. I assure you, Louis. Forget your Bible class. It's ridiculous. We are not angels. We don't have wings. There is certainly nowhere near 1,000,000 of us. And for that matter, no sacred human text represents us correctly. There are several families, and the family to which I belong has 8 siblings, including Gregory and myself.
Sir Gregory is your brother?
Yes, what can I say? You can't choose your family. But it is very difficult to know exactly how many of us there are, because a large number of our kind remain hidden, or never reveal themselves even to us.
Who the hell's Sir Gregory? Didn't even know who Sir Gregory is.
How would you qualify your species scientifically?
Good question. What is your area of expertise?
Biology.
I would say biology.
So, I would class demons along with parasites.
The comparison's not very flattering. You live inside a host and you feed on that host. Do you not?
A large number of parasites are essential to the survival of their bearer, you know. We do indeed choose a host. We enter inside them, and we evolve with them. But if you prefer a more philosophical approach, or a more poetical one, consider us as an idea. We are an idea that penetrates the human spirit. But in fact, in no way are we a danger for our hosts. Quite the contrary, we strengthen them.
What are the demons' projects for humanity?
Our aim has long since been to protect humanity from itself. On the other hand, although we give them the impulse to succeed, we don't all agree as to the path they take to achieve it.
But I'm not understanding why you would want that. I suppose because they're a parasite, then they can't survive without humans, so you would want them to thrive. I would think.
Why should I trust you?
I'm not asking you to, Louis. If you are still in doubt about the demons, I can assure you that won't last long.
But why me?
Why do I tell you about the greatest secret ever revealed to man?
That's right.
I'm coming to that. Don't worry.
I've got a theory. Right? These nosebleeds and these visions, yes, it all makes sense. Right? Whenever I have a flashback and a vision of what's going on, right, I always see what's happening. And the first time it happened, that's all I did. I saw my mother shoot Emma, and then it zoomed out. But the second time it happened, when there was a meeting in the room, before it zoomed out, it showed me standing in place of a servant. Did I not temporarily take place of that servant? Obviously I didn't know I was doing it, but did I not leech onto that servant to see what was happening and then withdraw back out? I bet you I'm a demon. And if that's true, that means Piaggi was a demon as well when I spoke to him, because he had a bloody nosebleed just the same as I did.
What has my mother got to do with all this?
She embarked on a crusade many years ago to kill all the demons.
That must have upset you. I imagine you retaliated.
No, I'm afraid she never forgave me.
Forgave what?
We met when she was still just a young woman. I appeared to her in a different form because I didn't want to reveal the identity of Lord Mortimer at that time. She was looking for someone interested in the occult to decipher an ancient book. We spent many years together, until I revealed my true nature to her.
The old book was Al-Azif, wasn't it?
Did she speak about it?
Not so long ago, yes.
Indeed, it was already Al-Azif. She wanted to unlock the secrets.
Let's say this. I want to know what he says.
You're the devil incarnate.
The devil? I'm not saying that all Judeo-Christian folklore hasn't served us, but the truth is, of course, something quite different. Please, don't look at us through the primitive prism of religions. I am not hiding any horns or goat's feet, Louis. I have no tail.
Why do you bring up folklore? You mean that you've taken advantage of people's beliefs?
Of course you
not
would.
Exactly. I mean that we in fact created them from scratch. It is amazing to see how mankind has such a strong need to believe in something superior to itself. It was very instructive for what was to come.
Well, I do agree with that. It's very easy to manipulate men if you prey on the beliefs.
Continue.
Louis, it's time you opened your eyes. Come, you'll soon see.
After you. If you could manipulate us mentally, what's the point of all the theatrics of the conference?
You must suspect that we asked ourselves that very same question. For many centuries, we didn't organize any conferences, and most of the time, it ended in civil war between demons. Many of us were killed during this period. The idea of organizing conferences was the answer to everything. The interest being to erect some rules among ourselves. Our family first divided up all the principal countries of the world. Now, whenever one of us wanted to propose a major change between these countries, they summon the demon in question and initiate a conference. The demon that initiates the proposition doesn't have to give notification of the subject of the conference beforehand. Consequently, we participate along with our best assets. Once the humans are brought together, the conference begins, but we are forbidden to use our talents to influence the participants. The first meeting is held in order to expose the subject to all the participants, followed by several days of reflection, during which we are allowed to be persuasive, but not to impose our will. A second meeting closes the conference with a final vote.
So, for you it's a game, isn't it?
I understand your remark, but after living several centuries, you stand back and enjoy what reflection and pleasure you can.
I'm not bothered about how they decide on the global policy. It's pretty self-explanatory.
Did what happened to Elizabeth Adams have anything to do with you?
Unfortunately, the poor girl became an issue between us, in spite of herself. A family of demons is still a family, and as in all families, there are disputes. Elizabeth's family, the Adams, has always been under the patriarchal control of my father. As he and myself are not really on very good terms, sending poor Elizabeth here was terribly rude of him, really.
You did accept, though.
No, I would say rather I was presented with a fait accompli by Gregory and went along with the intention of helping her. But this is my castle, and everyone is the master of their own home.
Yeah, I need to know what he says about this.
It was you who killed her.
The child was already condemned, Louis. My father would never have let her be. I had to pass inside her mind and, yes, make her take her own life.
Bloody hell.
Trapped between the unyielding control of my father and your mother's terrible treatments? I wouldn't wish a life like that on anyone. Would you?
So neither my mother nor Peru were ever guilty. You just gave me the runaround with that whole investigation.
Now don't take it the wrong way. I was obliged to keep up appearances so that Gregory wouldn't suspect me. And It enabled me to size you up, Louis.
Do you know what it is? I even said that when we were investigating the body and we were trying to figure out who'd done it. When it said that the knife was there with a girl's handprint on it and blood surrounding it. And I was like, did she not just stab herself in the chest? That's actually what she did? Or what he made her do. That is mental. Still, hold on. Who the hell's Gregory? Oh, Sir Gregory. So he is Mortimer's father. And he's a demon. And that's... Ah, right. They don't see eye to eye. That's why he was leading the other half of the committee against Mortimer. I'm actually pretty happy I did side with Mortimer on that front because I don't like him one bit. He's a proper creeper.
So, Von Borchert, he was looking for the Al-Azif for you.
Exactly. Al-Azif has always belonged to my family, Louis. And with good reason. My father wrote much of it. Can you tell me what you've done with...
What, you mean the Al-Azif?
No, I already know that. Sarah came here with it and got rid of it. I was thinking of Von Borchert. He isn't essential, but he is a trusted person.
About him, how can I put this?
He's dead.
I see.
Well, he jumped me. It was him or me.
You don't need to justify yourself, Louis. Don't worry. I hope I've answered all your questions, Louis. Come, I've something to show you.
Gotta go and see me mother.
There is one question that remains to be answered. Why me? Why tell me all of this?
Oh, haven't you guessed yet?
I already know, but... I'm not wasting any points on it. I'm just gonna say absolutely not. Let's play dumb. But I honestly believe I'm a demon. Or some sort of vessel.
I really have no idea.
Come on, Louis, make an effort. What do you think could be the reason? Look, we are of the gods, Louis. Always have been. You, as much as me, you are one of us, Louis. You too are a demon.
Are you serious?
You know it. Deep down inside, you know I am telling you the truth. Where do you think that natural, charismatic presence comes from? Your talent must already have manifested itself somehow. Have you ever had any visions?
No. Stop it. It's absurd.
Have you never found yourself suddenly inside someone else's body without knowing why?
No.
Whilst asleep, maybe? That's how it often happens the first time. Your spirit wanders unconsciously.
My mother can't have lied to me about that.
It's true. Your real mother would never have lied to you.
What do you mean?
Louis, I would rather you found this out from her own lips, but it's important that you know. Sarah is not your mother.
What?
I'm sorry you had to find out this way, Louis. But you must know the truth before you commit an irreparable act.
No, no, it's not possible.
You are my son.
Really? Hold on, wait there. Hold on, I'm just trying to piece this together. When I asked my mother if she'd ever slept with Mortimer, she said no. Was she lying? But if she was telling the truth, that would fit in with what he's saying, that she's not my mother. How do demons reproduce? I've got no idea. But hold on. If I'm a demon... Oh, that's right, but he's saying that Sarah's not my real mother, because that would be strange, because if she really did give birth to something, then you can't just give birth to a demon. I thought demons were just there, and then they had to possess a human body. So how do I not know I'm a demon if I'm using a human body? I'm still confused. I need answers.
Not too shaken up. You've experienced many significant events since your arrival.
You can say that again.
For now, I think you ought to find Sarah, my son. You ought to talk things over with her.
So she's been lying to me all along?
Let her justify herself. What's done is done. Sarah must explain herself. You must clear the air. We'll have all the time we need to talk afterwards. But all in good time. Before you join her, I'd like to give you something. As a demon, I would like to introduce you to your first talent.
What do you mean?
Open your mind, my son. Relax. You hold immense power. It's already there, inside you. Empty your mind of all thoughts. Just let me show you the way.
I should relax.
Open your mind. Hear my
Open your
voice.
mind.
Feel the vibrations and listen to what has been happening to you deep inside, but which you have been concealing. Trust yourself. It's all already in there.
I can hear something.
Now breathe.
It's a sound, very faint.
That's right. Concentrate on it. My voice is growing fainter, but I am here.
Whispers, words, mixed voices.
Focus on one of them. Don't be afraid.
I sense a stream. Some words are clear, but not all of them.
Let them enter into your mind.
I hear them. Now I can hear a clear voice.
Well done, Louis. Congratulations.
What was it?
You are now able to read people's minds.
What?
You heard me. From now on, whenever a human speaks to you, you will be able to read their current thoughts. So, if you need to know something in particular from someone, all you have to do is make them think about it.
Really? I'm not bothered about the privacy, who cares? What about the spirit? Will it really affect them?
But I'd be violating their minds, wouldn't I?
No, nothing of the sort. You won't really be penetrating their psyches. Let's just say you'll be picking up residual signals emitted by their thoughts. It isn't intrusive at all, rest assured. There are also a few rules you need to know that govern this talent when used between ourselves. You can read the thoughts of demons as well as of humans. But
Shit.
be careful. A demon more experienced than yourself will know that you are spying and will often react quite violently. It's considered bad form to play around the psyche of another demon. It's a question of courtesy. But let's be clear. What is most considered bad form is getting caught. So I would advise against trying to read the thoughts of Gregory, for example.
Home?
Yes, the old grump is touchy and rather a stickler about the conventions. On that note, go and see Sarah, Louis. Otherwise, she might leave without you. We'll continue this discussion later if you want. Just join me in my study when you've finished.
Bloody hell, I'm actually a demon. This is just so far-field, it's unreal. Thought reading. You are now able to hear the superficial thoughts of your interlocutors. Each use of mind reading costs 1 essence point. You can earn 1 back when confronted to an immunity, 2 by exploiting a vulnerability, and 3 by consuming a devil's thorn. Right. And don't use it on demons. Right, let's save it. It's a waste of time using it on him. He's too experienced.
You're right. I need to go now. See you later, Lord Mortimer.
One more thing. If you want to know the truth about your birth, ask her about Paris, 1763, at 12 Rue des Martyrs. That's where she disemboweled your mother to steal you from me.
Shit. If that is true, then that has changed everything.
It's not that I regret all these discussions, but I must hurry to the wharf.
Bloody Nora, this is crazy. Now, if this is true, that Sarah's a bloody cracker. This is the way to the wharf, isn't it?
You shot her in cold blood. What is at stake here far outweighs our personal interests. I should...
Personal interests. I'm talking about my sister's life. She was my other half.
Calm down, Emily. Calm down.
Louis, don't come near me.
I warned you what would happen if I found her.
Don't shoot. Right, she's vulnerable to psychology. I could use the... I'm gonna go... I don't want to fuck this up. I'm definitely gonna use that.
Emily, put the weapon down.
She has to pay for all the harm she's done to me.
Well, to be fair, we've all made mistakes. And look at her, Emily. She's paid for hers.
I'm all alone now.
Duchess, I am sorry for what happened. I didn't have any choice.
Ah, you. Shut your mouth. You had the choice, all right. You used people according to your own desires, without any scruples.
Excuse me, Duchess, but we're in the same line of business.
Shut it!
And as for Emma, she knew only too
No,
well.
Emily. Look at me. Emily?
What did you say?
Yeah, my mother wants to shut her mouth. She's making it worse. I could use manipulation. Look at me.
No, I'm not like her, and never will be.
Right, okay.
Emily, no. If she has to die, it will be by my hand. That bitch lied to me all my life, Emily.
Louis!
Shut up! You lied to me!
What are you talking about?
If she has to die, I'm the one who's gonna do it.
Louis, no! What did he tell you?
But why did Sarah betray Emma? Why?
Your sister was supposed to hide something, and no one was supposed to have been able to find it.
And she would never have talked, even under torture. So why get rid of her?
Unfortunately, Emily, the creatures who live here employ methods that no one can resist.
I was going to get her out of there for God's sake. So what are you talking about?
Fuck it, let's go for it.
Emily, Mortimer's a demon! In the literal sense of the word.
What are you...
Lord Mortimer has been around since the Third Crusade. He fiddles with his family records so he can keep maintaining his identity. I know it sounds crazy, but I swear on everything I hold dear, that's the truth.
What? But when did...
Louis, Do you realize what you are asking me to believe?
I know, but it's the truth, Emily.
How do you expect me to accept this? We are in the Golden Order precisely to fight against such beliefs.
Do you remember those deeds we found behind the chimney? They weren't fake. There's a reason why they're all signed by his same hand.
Demons.
In his study, he keeps the Mortimer family tree. They produced only boys, just one per generation since the Third Crusade. And they are all called William. He justifies his own existence, Emily.
Look, I'm going to believe you, but if you're taking me for a ride...
Unfortunately for us, it'd be impossible to even make up a story like that.
All right, I believe you. Thank him. You owe him your life.
I have always been very lucky to have him as my son.
She needs to keep her mouth shut. She does piss me off, this Sarah.
I
like.
really thought my next breath would be my last.
Well, anything's possible.
This is no time to be joking. Just help me climb aboard this boat, and let's get off of this cursed island.
No, I'm not going anywhere, and neither are you, until you've told me everything.
For crying out loud, what are you talking about?
Paris, 1763.
Paris, 1763, number 12 on Rue des Martyrs.
No. I beg you, please trust me. He's manipulating you. We must leave.
Answer the
Paris.
question.
Can't you see he wants you? And he'll do anything to turn you against me.
Number 12 on Rue des Martyrs.
He had to pay for what he did to me. I panicked. There she was with the baby due. I thought it was the right time to touch it,
To
but when...
touch it? By disemboweling her and stealing me from her?
The girl was already condemned to die. He never leaves any witnesses behind. She meant nothing to him. And I absolutely had to find a way of stopping him.
Let's find out what she's thinking.
I couldn't let him reproduce. I had to stop him propagating himself.
So she was doing it just to completely stop the bloodline. But why didn't she kill me?
You snatched a newborn baby from its mother's womb with the sole goal of seeking revenge.
From the second I took you in, I couldn't bear to be apart from you. I looked after you, fed you, raised you, like a mother.
Where is she? And she has. She's completely manipulated me from start to finish.
You made me in your own image.
No, you're wrong. I devoted my whole life to teaching you to distinguish between right and wrong, so you would have the choice. You are not like him.
But you never told me.
I wanted to. I very nearly told you everything, at least a dozen times.
You didn't though, did you? Why?
I don't know, Louis. Couldn't. Not after Venice.
Yeah. Venice.
Talk to me about Venice.
Oh no. Louis, let's go. I'll tell you everything once we get home. Now come.
You never wanted us to speak about it again. Winter 1791. Do you remember?
Louis, no. We agreed to never speak about it again.
Now I understand.
I know, stop skirting around the bloody subject. I want to know, tell us now.
We were on the trail of a businessman. We broke into his place one night. We ran into his wife.
Not that, Louis. It's in the past.
She too was pregnant. Was he Mortimer's as well?
Louis,
Answer.
Yes!
What became of the child?
I gave it away.
For him too? You became his mother, didn't you?
No, I gave him to a couple who couldn't have children. I never saw him again.
How many children have you stolen from him?
I saved all of you, Louis. I gave you a normal life.
She's bloody deluded. I'm just gonna ask how many are there.
How many?
There are two of you. Louis, yes. I made mistakes in the past, but now I'm ready to...
Do you consider me a mistake?
No, not you. You are what I am most proud of in my whole life. You are good. You fight to do right. You are not like him.
Still, he is my father. Why did you steal me?
You don't want to know, believe me.
For once in your life, be honest. Why all this mess? Why do you have it in for him so much? Why?
Because I'm his daughter. I know what he's doing. I see he has his eye on you. He's hovering around you, tempting you. He did it to me before you. And if you don't live up to his expectations, he will cast you away.
Is that what happened to you?
I wasn't good enough for him, so he rejected me.
What do you mean?
He tried to initiate me, but it would seem I am unable to develop his talent. I can't withdraw my mind from my body.
I get it. The reason why you abducted me is because he didn't love you, isn't it?
He doesn't love anyone, Louis. Don't be taken in.
Do you know what it is? She is a bitter woman. She got cast out and there she's had a personal vendetta against her father all this time. She's the foolish woman. But I do forgive her.
You are my mother. Whatever you've done, I can't take that away from you. It doesn't excuse everything, but in time we will find a way of putting it all behind us.
Oh, thank you, Louis. Thank you. I will never lie to you again. Come on, let's go.
No, Mother. I'm not going back with you. I can't.
What do you mean? Louis, you can't stay here. He
Don't
will...
worry about me. I have to stay. I still have a lot to learn. But you go.
Louis?
I'll see you in Paris. Don't worry.
What was Piaggi? I think his letter. It only contained the name of a list of people, didn't it? You can't read it. That's a shame. I'm going to give her the letter.
Here. This is yours.
Don't forget, Louis. You've got the lance. You can beat him. If you hit him with it, he won't be able to escape from his mortal envelope, and he will die with it.
Right, so that's what the lance is used for. Wow. I did not find out about Sarah de Richet's lie. What lie? Maybe she lied about the... Maybe she lied about how many children there were that she's discarded. Because she said too that was the only one I never pulled her up on because of the mind control. I wasn't sure because the mind control doesn't always lead to extra options. I know it did about the Venice, so we found out about that. Right. Very, very interesting. So what we'll be doing in the next episode. Nice, we gain 1 extra effort point when we use royal jelly. That's from that. Champion. And we have no more books. We can't equip anything. So where does this end? So we've safely gotten our mother off the island. And now I believe we're going to be faced with the choice of killing Mortimer by trapping him inside a mortal's body. And then what? Taking down the council and letting man to rule for themselves. But is that really a good idea? It'll all come to a head. I imagine we're going to find out in the next episode. See you there, lads.